Hello, we're back at Africa Down Under, a very busy Africa Down Under, and I'm joined by Brad Rogers, Managing Director of Jupiter Mines. Brad, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Tom.
You've been speaking earlier on today on the main stage regarding the company's Shippy project operations in South Africa. To a lot of investors, they may have missed the Jupiter story. Can you explain how come you've flown under the radar for so many years?
That's a good question. Tippy is a good mine, a really good mine. It's one of the best mines, manganese mines in the world. Top 5 producer, 120 years of mine life remaining, low costs, profitable through the cycle. And Jupiter, as a 49.9% investor in that mine, has benefited from that performance since we listed in 2018. We've had a great dividend yield, 13% over that 5-year period of time against an ASX 200 average of 5.2. So we are telling that story. I agree that it's not well enough known, and that's on me to turn that around.
Well, we've certainly done a great job in doing that in just a few hours we've been together at Africa Down Under so far. Can you explain a little bit about the company? As you say, has been a dividend-paying company for a long time, but it's also been quite a steady, unspectacular company. But now you've really set out a strategy avenue to grow the company and expand your capabilities.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. So the fact that it's been steady and unspectacular is probably a compliment, because that was the strategy, to pay consistent dividends through the cycle. We've done that so successfully that the company's just about paid its market cap off. 94% at current prices of our market cap has been paid in dividends over that 5-year time. Notwithstanding, we've got 120 years left to go. So the ambition and the opportunity is to do more than that. And we've announced a growth strategy earlier this year that's on our company website. It's quite a long piece of work, fundamentally looking to grow in manganese in South Africa off the back of our advantages we think we have, starting with that great mine at Tippy.
Any bulk commodity is an infrastructure game. You've got lots of experience in that infrastructure space.
Yeah.
Do you see the opportunity you have in that Kalahari manganese field as advantageous for a company trying to expand?
In terms of having a background in logistics, do you mean?
Or, yeah.
Personally, I do. I mean, if you look at our cost base at Jupiter, and it's not unique to us. I think the other mines in the Kalahari manganese field would be similar. Mining is relatively straightforward. We've got a great ore body such that mining is about 5 to 8% of our cost of production on average over time. Land logistics is 35%, and that is because we're 1,000 kilometres from port. Rail is constrained in South Africa, and so quite a lot of our production is hauled via road over 1,000 kilometres in a way that I think can be improved based on my experience in that area, not just in Australia, but also around the world. Yeah.
Manganese itself is actually an evolving market. It's always been a steel additive, but now there's this emerging battery minerals component to the space. Is that something that Jupiter is looking to take advantage of?
It is, yeah. So that's one element of our strategy. The new and much faster growing area of manganese demand is EV batteries. Manganese goes into the cathode, and increasingly so. We see that over the latter part of this decade and beyond, the use of manganese will grow, not just because EV batteries themselves will be growing in demand, but because manganese is a cheaper substitute for some other cathode minerals. And so we see manganese containing cathode chemistries growing in prominence. We can take byproduct from our Tippy mine that we are producing today as a significant manganese miner, and direct some of that into high purity manganese sulfate production, which is battery grade manganese. So the game there is actually participating in the value upgrade, leveraging the strengths that we already have as an addition to our core franchise, which is going to be continuing to sell manganese ore into the steel market and actually consolidating around that particular market whilst using some ore to value upgrade and get into the downstream battery market.
What a fabulous opportunity to have a platform of a bulk commodity, but also be able to buy into that battery minerals narrative. Brad, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck for the rest of the conference. It's great to have you here, and we look forward to keeping out an eye for the news from Jupiter in the future.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.